So since finding out about the Sigma 18-35mm F1.8 a few years back and needing a solution for shooting in low light, I decided to pick one up. And since that day, I kid you not, it has been used on about 98% of every single shoot that I do. Good investment in 2019? Heck yes. So 6 years after the Sigma 18-35mm F1.8 was released, it is absolutely still kicking butt. I think the thing that makes this lens so special is the fact that it has that F1.8 aperture and that it's consistent. And that is 100% the original reason why I decided to pick one of these up. Very few lenses, if any, are able to get an aperture this low while still maintaining the flexibility of a zoom lens. Sigma has performed an absolute miracle and has definitely paid off for them. Now the big thing to mention with this lens is that unfortunately it is only for APS-C or crop censored cameras, which means it's perfect for some but annoying for others. Paired with my C200 or C100, it is an absolutely deadly combo that is capable of shooting at any situation it's thrown into. The low aperture means shooting at night time now is much more accessible, and the depth of field that is produced at f1.8 is absolutely beautiful. However, it should be noted that it's not sharpest at f1.8 and you want to stop it down ever so slightly if you want to maximize the sharpness of this lens. I generally shoot at f2.8 if I have enough light, but when shooting at night time, I will happily sacrifice some of the sharpness to allow more light in to hit the sensor. The build quality is very nice, however with 17 lens elements, it is not a light lens. Plus the fact it is fairly long as well. When I first started using it, the weight was quite noticeable, especially when trying to balance it on a gimbal. Because your camera becomes so much more front heavy, you have to counter this by moving your camera back, which in some instances is just not possible. So this is definitely something to keep in mind if you're looking at getting this lens. The internal zoom is a very big plus, especially when using this on a gimbal. This is because the weight distribution doesn't change all that much when zooming, which means that it puts less stress on the motors on your gimbal and gives you more flexibility while you're shooting. Having a minimum focusing distance of 28 centimeters is something that I didn't expect to care that much about, but I've actually made the most of this on multiple occasions. Don't expect any crazy macro close-up shots, but it is decent enough to get some fairly detailed shots of whatever you are shooting. Plus, combining this with the f1.8 aperture means the bokeh produced while focusing close up is absolutely gorgeous. So let's finish this off by listing the pros and cons of the Sigma 18-35mm f1.8. For pros, it is very durable and the build quality is absolutely fantastic. That f1.8 aperture is amazing for low light and producing that shallow depth of field or that blurry background look. Internal zoom makes it perfect for using on gimbals as the weight distribution doesn't change all that much while you're zooming. The minimum focusing distance of 28 centimeters makes it very versatile. Plus the price is also ridiculously affordable at less than $1,000 Australian dollars. And now for the cons, well, there really is only two, and that is first, the weight. So because of those 17 lens elements, it is not a light lens, which can make it difficult to balance on things like gimbals. And the second one is the APS-C restriction means it can't be used on all cameras, unfortunately. If Sigma could somehow make this full frame by some sort of a miracle, then it would win the hearts of every single creative forever. So as you can see, there are a ton of reasons to get this lens if you are shooting on a crop censored camera, and I would highly recommend you add this to your lens collection as soon as possible. If you want to find out more about this lens or where to buy it, then be sure to check out the links below. And as always, stay creative and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.